Alright, so basically, we have a word problem here, and the first thing you always want to do is read it, figure out what you got to do, and take some notes. So here he says, the price of a notebook has dropped to $310. So we know the price dropped. So I'm going to write that down. Price drop was to $310. Then it says yesterday's price. So yesterday, the price was $360. Find the percent decrease. So what is the percent decrease? So I'm just going to put that down. And I'm going to write it as a question because that's what we're trying to find. So find percent decrease, question mark. And the price dropped to $310. Yesterday was $360. Okay. We have all the information, and they also want us to round. So make sure you round to the nearest tenth of a percent. Okay, so there's actually... So that was step one. Take notes. Step two is to come up with a plan. And the plan usually involves trying to make some new information out of the old information they gave you. Come up with an equation, a relationship between the numbers, and a formula if you can think of a formula. And there's actually a formula we could use for this. We could use this formula right here, which is to help you find percent increase or decrease. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the difference, the price difference. You're going to divide that by the original price, and you're going to take that and multiply it by 100. And we multiply by 100 to convert it into a percent because they want the answer as a percentage. So that is going to be our formula right here. And step 3 is pretty much to actually use your formula. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to substitute the information I do know. So I'm going to put in here the price difference, meaning how far apart are the two prices. All you got to do is subtract them. And in this case, 310 and 360, I know that that's, if I were to subtract those two numbers, I'm going to get 0.50. They're 50 cents apart. Then I'm going to write down the original price, and notice they gave us two prices. The price drop and yesterday's price. Since the price dropped to 310, that means yesterday's price was the original. So I'm going to put down 360, and I'm going to take that and multiply it by 100. So I'm going to do this in the calculator. So I'm going to do 0.5 divided by 3.6. I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to take this answer and multiply it by 100. Enter. And I can see that I get 13.8 repeated. So 13.888, and it keeps repeating. And they told us to round to the nearest tenth, which means we're going to round up to this number here. And I know that in this case, since this is 8, that means I know that the number is more than halfway to 13.9. So that means my answer, my final answer is going to be 13.9. Because, again, if it's 5 or more, 5 represents like the halfway point. Anything after 5 means you're more than halfway, means you're going to round up to that next number. If your answer or that number is less than 5, that means you're less than halfway, so you're going to keep the number the same. And in this case, the number that I highlighted had to change by 1/10 of a percent because of the fact that it's more than halfway. So we have 13.9 is our final answer, and that's a percentage. So 13.9%. And then in your last step, all you got to do now is check your work. So I'm going to check. If I were to take my percentage, 13.9%, if I multiply that with yesterday's price, which was 360, I should get the difference, the price change, which was 50 cents. So let's check it out. Don't forget, 13.9% means 13.9 out of 100. So percent means out of 100. We're going to multiply that answer with 3.60, and let's see if we get 50 cents. So I'm going to do, let me clear my calculator. 13.9 divided by 100. Take that answer times 3.60, and I get 0.5004. Notice that it's not exactly 50 cents, but it does round out to be 50 cents. And anytime you're rounding, because don't forget we rounded in this problem to the nearest tenth, you're going to be off by just a little bit. But as long as you're very, you can see it's very close to 50 cents, you know that you have the right answer. And that's all you got to do to find the percent decrease.